this is Michael Crow. It's important to know he's the president of Arizona State University. He came out of Columbia University, which is the home of technocracy and industrial engineering back to the 40s or 30s. Under his leadership, Arizona State University became highly, highly militarized and pushed a lot of online learning, gamified learning, a lot of programs around sustainability and wargaming simulations, channels a lot of Koch brothers money through there. And this is a short clip where he talks about imagining a future educational model where instead of going to class, children would simply play games. And then eventually when they got to the end of the games, they would have met all of the competencies. And that this is a program that was being advanced with Bill Gates.
We have 150 partnerships. We've built a learning platform that's unparalleled. We launched a program in August just to offer a few courses to some folks. On a global basis, we had 192 countries respond. Over 120,000 learners for the first couple courses that we put out. We had 12-year-olds in Peru complete college astronomy courses for credit. I don't know what that means. It means something. I had a meeting yesterday with Bill Gates in San Diego as a part of the ASU GSV Innovation Conference on Educational Technology that we had 3,600 people attend yesterday. And I was walking through with Mr. Gates the fourth realm that we're presently operating in, which is education through exploration, through game-based learning. Or just imagine this at the end of the game, and we're building this game. At the end of the game, you don't take a single test. You don't take a single course. You don't have a single lecturer. And at the end of the game that you play, you'll be able to pass any college entrance exam, or what we call Cambridge A-level exams. Anyone that completes the game, boy, girl, doesn't make any difference. Any A-level exam in math, chemistry, physics, or biology. Period. What does that mean for learning?
So essentially what he's saying, and there are some other clips from that talk, and we can share the link to the larger talk, but this is a presentation made to U.S. defense interests and I think the TRADOC, Training Army Doctrine Command Center. And like he starts out his talk saying that essentially today's college students are cyborgs. They're Homo sapiens, sapiens.net, and that they should be treated as such. And so this is the new educational model. And Michael Crow his vision is that there will be a 1 billion person university and that it will all be online, and that people, like you saw the World Economic Forum narrative, right? That they'll meet you where you are. They'll guide you with the nudges. And again, you have to ask, if the game is concentrating power and wealth, how are you to imagine the person giving you the nudges is actually interested in empowering you in a way that might overthrow the system? It's not reasonable, right? The system is not going to empower you to overthrow it. That's just the logic of that, right? And so as you're being engineered and children are being engineered, and this is my frame within hybrid learning and online learning and the push for AI, artificial intelligence education back in 2015 when I first came, like they're going to totally brainwash kids and put them on different paths, which is in alignment with what the comment on Derek's post is. Yes, they are going to program you. They are going to engineer you, but being in a crypto blockchain game is not the better option. The better option is getting out of the game altogether. And so once you understand the 1 billion person digital university for the Homo sapiens, sapiens.net, and you understand that the goal is to get real-time data analytics through screens and phones and devices and VR headsets, feeding it all into the sentient world simulation, is that it's a vast network of both feeding the financial hedge fund bets on the human capital and the military, right? And so this builds off of a concept that dates back to at least the early 90s called One Laptop, One Child, that was advanced by Nicholas Negroponte out of the MIT Media Lab. And so he wanted to get a laptop in the hands, a cheap, crappy laptop in the hands of every kid in Africa, framed as liberation, so they could go spy on them. I mean, it's just like parents who can't understand who are so fearful about in-person education, they don't realize that like their Hewlett-Packard Chromebook is collecting so much data on their family. They can't even imagine how that data is going to be used, not just now, but it's going to go into Bluffdale and they're going to store it for 100 years, right? That's the program. And so Nicholas Negroponte's brother, John, was involved in all sorts of regime change in Latin America. And so you've got these two brothers who are involved in like military signals intelligence, regime change, digital economics, managed behaviors, running laptop programs. And it's coming back and it's running through UNICEF, the UNICEF Innovation Fund, which is connected to AI and blockchain and digital identity and drones. And it's like we are literally waging war on the world through Silicon Valley and the Manhattan and Connecticut and Northern New Jersey hedge funds. Like not exclusively, sure there's others, like sure SoftBank is in it and sure UBS Bank is in it, but we are responsible for a lot of this. We're responsible for it going back a long ways. And so like, that's the thing that makes me so angry, particularly about their targeting of Mexico, is that it's not right. It's just, and at some point we have to draw the damn line. And that people with high degrees and high levels of resource access that can't see this or refuse to see it or look the other way, what kind of resistance is this anyway? And maybe it's not most people. Maybe there's just a sliver of people who actually are willing to look at the whole thing. But we're not, some of us have to. Some of us have to do it.